Namaste. Let us begin this webinar by a Mangalacharan. Antaryascha bahirvibhutatimiram jyotirmayam shashvatam sthanam prapya virajate vinamatam ajnanamunmulayan pashyan विश्वमपीदमुल्लसितयो विश्वस्य पारे परः तस्मै श्रीरमणाय लोकगुरवे शोकस्य हन्त्रे नमः. First of all, I would like to thank Powai Forum for giving me this opportunity to share my views and thoughts on this ancient divine text called Narada Bhakti Sutra. So, first let us see the meaning of the text, which is as you have seen in my synopsis, Narada Bhakti Sutra. Let's talk something about Sage Narada. He is a Bhakti Charya and the great devotee of Lord. His greatness has been explained by Lord in Srimad Bhagavad Puran by himself that he is a great devotee, and it is told that he is the son of Brahma. He is also called Brahma Kumara, and as in Narada Bhakti Sutra, in the end he is called Kumara also. And he is in Tulsi Manas. He has he appears as a guru of Parvati ji, and he guides Parvati ji to do tapas for Shiva, to do austerity for Shiva. So he is guru of Parvati ji also, the great acharya of divine love. Now see the next word, that is bhakti. Bhakti word is made by the dhatu bhaj sevayam. So bhaj sevayam dhatu appears in dhatu patha as to do service, and from that bhaj sevayam dhatu the word comes as bhakti. So sevayam means service, to do service. Like in Taittiriya Upanishad it comes matra devo bhava, pitra devo bhava, acharya devo bhava. Mother is like a god. We should serve her. Father is like a god. Acharya is like a god. We should serve them. So, bhaja sevayam, bhakti, which is normally in English understood as devotion. And then comes the sutra. That is a technical word. In Padma Puran, there is a definition of sutra given, that it is a cryptical statement in few words which contains in itself the great meaning. Alpaksharam asandigdham sarvat vishwatomukham. Alpaksharam, there are aksharas, the words are very few. Sarvat, they tell the essence of the main theme. Sarvat asandigdham, there is no ambiguity, there is no doubt about the sutra. And Vishwatomukham. Vishwatomukham means explain the great vast knowledge. So sutra is alpaksharam, few words, asandigdham, there is no ambiguity. Sarvat, essence is there, and Vishwatomukham contains the vast meaning. So Narada Bhakti Sutra is the sutras, the aphorisms, in English it is called aphorisms, aphorisms on bhakti by Sage Narada. So that is the meaning of the text, Narada Bhakti Sutra. And sutra in Sanskrit sometimes taken as a thread. Sutra is thread also. So where one ties is the essential meaning in a thread is also sutra. So that meaning also can be taken. Meaning of Padma Puran, Arpaksharam Asad Digdam. Saravat Vishwato Mukham is more apt. So let us begin, as I have told, as I have written in my synopsis, that I will be giving the gist of Narada Bhakti Sutra. So the text start with first sutra, Athato Bhaktim Vyakhyāsyamaha. Athato is the word which is used in ancient text as Mangalacharan also. Atha is a Mangal word. And Ath and Atah makes therefore, thereafter. Bhaktim Vyakhyāsyama, I will explain about the devotion. So this Athato, Ath and Atah combination can be taken in many ways. But I will take in one particular way, which suits all of us here. That we all are intelligent human beings, and we all are adult, lived quite number of years in this world and have seen the nature of the world. Sansara is sansaranashil, that it is keep on changing. Everything around us, including us, is also changing, keep on changing. So everybody experiences that there are 6 qualities. Jayate, vardhate, viparanimate, apakshiyate, and nashyati, vinashyati. That something is born, something grows, something changes. Something means all the object of the world, including our body, is born. There are growth, there is different kind of change, then there is decay, and then the nature of the world. Whoever is the observant, intelligent person sees this. And then questions. Then questions that what is one permanent thing which I can hold? What is that one changeless thing which I can hold as my security, as my support? Because we all experience some kind of fear, some kind of, with the change, the fear, the insecurity, the limitations come. So is there anything changeless? Is there anything which remains as it is? So Athato Bhaktim Vyakhyāsyama. So Narada Muni is explaining this bhakti for such kind of people, those who have done certain kind of inquiries, certain kind of observations, that I am in this web which is changing all the time, and I'm not confident, I'm losing my strength, I'm not sure about anything. That unsurety, that insecurity, you question. We all question that. So for this Bhakti Vyakhyāsyama, he is giving this Bhakti Sutra for those who have done some primary inquiry, those who have seen the nature of the world. So the next sutra, the second sutra, he tells, Sa tu asmin parama prema rupa. Sa means Sa Bhakti. This is a pronoun, the striling feminine pronoun Sa. Sa Bhakti, Bhakti being the feminine word. That Bhakti, that devotion, asmin, in this parama prema rupa, is the nature of supreme love. In this is not described. As in Vedanta, when the Mahavakya comes, Tat Tvamasi, Tat is not defined as something that there is some object in front of us, that is Tat. So in Vedanta, Tat is not defined. Like if I say I do not know what is a human being, then Vedanta says it is not cow. Neti neti, it is not cow. It is not horse. It is not, but nothing is told about a man. So in the same way, Bhakti Acharya says, Satu asmin parama prema rupa. That in this that devotion is of divine love, of supreme love, Parama Prema Rupa. So now the question is, what is this? We can substitute this with the word Lord. Then again, that is have quite a vast meaning, and that in Vedanta can be synonymous of Brahman, but that is also a term which contains a very, very vast meaning. So Asmin of Bhakti and Tat of Vedanta, for that we have to have some intuitive grasp of these terms. So in this Bhakti Sutras, the sage Narada has interwoven all the major paths of sadhana, which is karma, jnana, and bhakti. Keeping the bhakti as supreme, he has interwoven in this world. Whatever is action we do, it is driven by our own desire. So here Narad Muni says that take a leap, take a jump from karma, please come to sadkarma. Take a leap, take a jump. It's just a change of the attitude. Please come, take a leap, take a jump to sadkarma. So what is sadkarma? Sadkarma is a little selfless action. Means if you're working in a team, the first point is to be more accommodative, more understanding, more giving, accepting. It's like thinning that strong curve of sadkarma, being little selfless. Start the attitude change from that. Doing that work with total %100% capability you have, the 100% focus, whatever we are capable of, doing it honestly, with total dedication. See, in Upadesh Narada Maharshi says the result. So, the field of action has 5% action is in our hand. 95% action is done, or it happens. Like if we sow a seed in earth, if we sow a seed, sowing the seed and giving water in our hand, whether it will grow or not, whether it will come up or not, we do not know. So only sowing the seed, that 5% work is in our hand. So doing that 5% work with total dedication, whatever we are capable of, is without getting too much attached to the result, because anyway the result 95% is not enough. You don't think about results, you're not too much attached. Result may be according to your wish or may not be according to your wish, but doing that 5% work which is in our hand, with total dedication. This is the second point. And the third point is changing the attitude that in this course of life, by the destiny, this work has come in front of me, and by the instrument which is given by Lord, the body, the mind, and the intelligence, let me perform this work. And by this work, let my mind get purified, or let my devotion grow to at the feet of Lord. So having this attitude is again a change of the attitude. So first, becoming more accommodative and selfless. Second, doing whatever 5% work we are given with total dedication. And third, thinking that I am the instrument of Lord, and by this work let my antahkaran be more shuddha, or let me get devotion, let me get the devotion at the feet of Lord. So the sutra here Narada Muni gives, tadarpita akhilacharataha. That is the sutra number 19. Tadarpita akhilacharataha. That whatever action we do, offer that action at the feet of Lord. And changing the attitude, becoming more selfless, more accommodative. So your attitude is changed in all the actions. Now let us take the Gyan Marga. He has declared his Gyan Marga also, that what is the first step of Gyan Marga? Shravana. You listen about scriptures, and then you reflect honestly. What you listen? That there is some existence which is beyond body, which is beyond mind. There is some changeless thing. There is something which is of supreme bliss. And you learn about the nature of that intelligence, and you reflect honestly over it. Then what happens? We see gradually that our little I, which is the personality, which is not self, which is not the supreme self, the personality gets little thinner. That little I, the little ego, start getting thinner. As we reflect on the meaning by Upanishad, we see our attachments, our own opinions, our own idea is not that important. We become more accommodative. Our eyes start getting thin. When that I get thin, then even our clutches on my also becomes little loose. So here I will tell you a very beautiful story by Ramakrishna Paramhansa. You are quite intelligent, you all would be knowing this. But again, it's a joy to talk about Master. So there is a very rich man. A maid servant works in that rich man's house. She do all kind of petty job, works in the kitchen also, and she does babysitting also. So she calls the children of rich man, my Rama, my Papu, my little baby. But in heart of heart, she knows they are not mine. She very well knows this is the children of Master. In the same way, when that little I gets thinner, your mindness also loosens. So changing this attitude, wherever you are, in the family, in relationships, that I am here, I'm related here, but they're not mine. So thinning of mindness happens. It doesn't mean that you start you stop doing whatever is required from you to do, like whatever your duties are there towards them. You don't stop doing that, but you, in heart of heart, you start knowing they're not mine. By the course of the life, as by the destiny, they are there with me. But anytime our relationship can snap and they can go to their final journey. So having that understanding, that again a change of attitude. Now, Acharya talks here about the bhakti, which is the main theme. There in Vedanta, the sutra which he has given, thinning of mindness, is Nirmamo Bhavati. That is the 46th sutra. Nirmamo Bhavati. Nirmamaha means not mine. Nirmama, they are not mine. They are there, but they are not mine. Nirmamaha Bhavati, 46th sutra. So by this kind of training of karma and jnana, here Narada talks about bhakti. Bhakti says everybody, those who are present here, are doing some kind of upasana because they are satsangis. They know what is the puja or the archana of the deity, the form. The form which is in front of us, the name, and the form is that supreme I, which is inside us also. So one does upasana and puja and kindles some kind of love in the heart. Then the main sutra comes, which is the theme of the webinar, Anyashrayanam Tyago Ananyata. Anyashraya means, Anya means another, Ashraya is shelter, Tyaga is giving up. Giving up the other shelters is called Ananyata, Na Anya. And the abstract noun of Na Anya becomes Ananyata, that nobody else except Lord here is my true shelter. So as you have seen in the synopsis I have given, that we have psychological securities we have put in wealth. That is the grossest. That I have money. When the crisis will come, the money will save me. Some internal psychological security is on our relatives. That when I'm in crisis, when I will be in trouble, they will save me. Or my own body. I'm having very good health. This will remain with me forever. The kind of intelligence I have, I can understand anything. The kind of memory we have, if you'll observe so many subtle kind of attachments we have, subtle securities we have put there. So when it comes to Lord, we are never 100% focused on Lord. We never feel that except him or her, there is no one else. So observe this insecurity. One of my uncle was there who has this great proud of his memory, and as he became old, by reading Upanishads, attachment was with all that knowledge, but not with Lord. See this, our attachment is then there with our knowledge. So slowly, if we observe that, slowly taking out that attachment from those places and putting that attachment at the feet of Lord and nobody else. Ramakrishna says, wherever you have fallen, you take the support of that thing. You have fallen on the ground, take the support of the ground and get up. Bring attachment from all other side and putting at the feet of Lord is called Ananyata. That accept you, accept that Lord. Nobody else is there for you. So Anyashrayanam Tyago Ananyata. When we give up all the ashraya, then that Ananyata comes. And by that Ananyata, we try to reach that Parama Prema Rupa, supreme love. So here Narad Muni has talked about karma, patha, the path of action, the path of knowledge, jnana marga, and the path of bhakti. He has told there are many ways of reaching there. The major way he talks about here is satsanga. That you do satsanga. Satsanga means if you are fortunate enough to get some some ashraya, some shelter at the feet of Mahapurusha, that is the best. If we are not that fortunate, then reading some good text every day, which talks about the Lord. Or doing some mantra japa again in satsanga. Or remaining as self, or staying as self according to the Gyan Marga, or thinking about, in devotion about Lord, is satsanga. So, satsanga eva kartavya. Satsanga should be done. And dussanga tyajya. Narad Muni here specially instructed the sadhakas, those who are seekers, that give up dussanga. That those whose aim are not inquiry, reaching the supreme love, or getting the supreme love, please give up that sangha, that company, please give up that company. So what happens? Now see the summary of everything, that when you keep on doing this attitude change, like in karma marga, I told you the attitude change, karma to sadkarma, becoming selfless, little selfless, not totally, try to be totally selfless, but little selfless. So karma, sadkarma and nishkam karma. Nishkam karma is what? When there is no doership, the total doership is annihilated. So that is the highest goal of karma marga. Karma, sadkarma, nishkam karma. Jnana marga, shravan, you have heard, you have done reflection, you have done meditation, and moksha, the mukti. And in bhakti, you have done upasana, you have gained little love, and then paramprem, supreme love. So now see, from all the three margas, there nishkam karma, in Jnana marga moksha, and bhakti paramprema, these three are same thing. They are same words. Packaging is different. In devotion, it is called prem, paramprema. In Jnana marga, it's called moksha. In karma marga, it's called nishkam karma. So nishkam karma, moksha, and paramprema is the same thing. So what is the result of paramprema or moksha or nishkam karma? Shanti rupat, paramananda rupat. Narada Muni says it's shanti rupat. You get the supreme peace and you get the supreme bliss also. Shanti rupat, paramananda rupat. So even by nishkam karma, when the doership is annihilated, and one is, it's hard to put in the words, one with the universe. In moksha also and paramprema, the devotee of Lord has no worries. So I will conclude by one of my very favorite sutras in Narada Bhakti Sutra, Sarvada Sarvabhavena Nischintaihi Bhagavan eva bhajaniya. Sarvada means all the time. 24/7 over 365 days. Sarvada, that is the time period. Sarvabhavena, by all the intensity of emotions, by all the intensity of your intellect, by all the intensity of your being, but with total intensity, honestly. Sarvabhavena, nischintai, without any worry, because we are following the karma, we have become a sadkarmi, our attitude has changed. In Jnana marga, our eye has got thinned and our mindness has got loosened. And in bhakti, we have understood that there is nobody else than him. So, nischintai, there is nothing to worry. No, it's a passing show, it's going on. By destiny, some people are around us. And it's a passing show. Nischintai, without any worry. Bhagavan eva bhajaniya. Bhagavan means that this of bhakti and that of Vedanta is called Bhagavan. So gain that subtle perception. You know, if you change your attitude, the perception of who is Bhagavan will also keep on changing according to your own depth. So if we keep on reflecting, if we keep on doing mantra japa, if we keep on doing sadkarma, we will see our depths are increasing. We will be able to observe. Our understanding is more subtle. We have become more giving. We are, our eye has got thin. We are not that angry as we used to be. We are not as reactive, more giving, more accommodative. So the understanding of Bhagwan is changing every day. So Bhagwan eva bhajaniya. So sarvada, always, 24 into 7 or 365 days. Sarva bhave, with total intensity, nischintai, without any worry. That Bhagwan eva is an emphasis. Only bhajaniya should be remembered, should be thought of. So the goal of getting this human body is to understand what our actuality is. If you are not doing that, Shastra says it is the wastage of life. Kabir Das here says, one very beautiful bhajana is there, Mera hira hiraye gayo kachre mein. Like I was born with a diamond, but it has, I have, hiraye gayo means it's I have lost it in the filth. There was a diamond inside me, but I could not find it. So please, as we are born in this human body, and that keep that Bhagwan as a goal. By all the paths, include everything. It's not some like 1 hour thing in a day. It's 24 into 7, 365 days. Everything has an aim of reaching near towards that understanding, means reaching there towards that Lord. Keep that goal. Sarvada, sarva bhavena, nischantayu, bhagwan eva bhajanya. So, with this last sutra, which is very dear to me, I conclude, and this space is open for any remarks, comments, and questions. Namaste.
Hari Om.
Hari Om.
Hari Om. Can I ask one question?
Yes, please. Yes.
Can you dwell more on this ananya ashrayana yanam, tyago ananyata?
Anyashrayanam, ashraya is a shelter, as we already know. Anya is another. Anya ashrayanam, tyago, and tyaga is giving up, is ananyata. If what, as I have already explained here, that ashraya, shelter, is psychological shelter as such. Psychological shelter that when I will need, see this psychological shelter of money, it's very, very amazing. Like if we try to, if I see in this way, if I try to leave my job and live somewhere else, then this insecurity of money, I don't have money, I don't know how I will survive. So this kind of, psychological dependence, that money can give me security. Some functional money is needed, that is true. But like when the crisis will come, if I get sick, money will save me. That's not the truth. So these tangible things on which we are psychologically dependent, money, the house, our own wife, husband, children. So what happens if our I get little things and minus get little, little loosened, then naturally what happens? We tilt towards that Lord, which is the supreme substratum, which is changeless. So that is the ashraya tyag. That is one of the meanings which I understand as per my perception.
Thank you. Enjoyed every bit of your this webinar presentation. Very happy.
Yes.
There's a question by Vijaya Lakshmi Bhakti. Can you please open the question box?
Is there hand or
It's
or
a question.
written question?
It's a written question.
Written?
Just in the, yeah. Do you want me to read it?
Yeah, please read it.
It says, when we feel the supreme love for the Lord, is it formless Lord or the Lord with form?
Yes. And who has asked this?
Vijaya
has
Lakshmi
asked?
Bhakti.
Okay. See, Vijay Lakshmi ji, please see that it depends on your internal makeup. If you are the supreme love, it depends. It totally depends on your internal makeup. If you are more inclined towards name and form, it can be towards name and form also, like Eknath or Tukaram. That their love was toward Vithala. So Vithala was. They have done so much upasana, so much chanting that Vithala used to talk. Vithala used to talk to them. Vithala used to talk to Ekanath in the very much form on which he used to meditate. And it can be without form also. Like even in the case of Paramhans also, mother used to come and talk to her because it was done, but his understanding was very much there that mother is without form and name also. But she was so much inclined towards name and form that mother used to talk. So depending on your own makeup, like if you do so much mantra japa, then that Murti of Lord can, come into being and talk to you, and you can be blessed by that. Depends how your internal makeup is. You're more intellectual or more driven towards the self, then it will be formless also. But eventually it becomes formless. Eventually, as you keep on meditating, that name and form sucks you in and reveals in front of you that it is the very essence of you. That is the eventual Parama Bhakti. But as you will keep on doing some mantra japa on name and form, it will eventually take you in and reveals that it is the substratum of you and the world also, and this is the supreme bliss. Is there any other question, Vibhaji?
There is another question from Rita Singh. The sutra says to develop this love, there must be the absence of thoughts. But we need our thoughts to exist in life. How can there be absence of thought?
Can you read the question again, please?
Sure. It says, the sutra says to develop this love, there must be absence of thought. But we need our thoughts to exist in life. How can there be absence of thoughts?
The absence of thought, Rita ji, here doesn't mean, as Swamiji has many times explained, the functional thought. Like I have to go to market and bring vegetables. There will be a thought. I have to cook. There will be a thought. And even these functional thoughts are not the problem. The problem is psychological thoughts. And with that supreme love, that psychological thought get annihilated. As the major theme is there, Anya Shranam Tyago Ananyata, this psychological attachment on grosser things, like the money, our relatives, our body, is a psychological thing. It's not functional thing. See, functional thoughts will remain there, but this psychological dependence, that when the time of crisis, when the time of death or will come, they will help me. The psychological dependence got offended. And as your prema will grow, param prema is, obviously, param prema is moksha, as I have told already. Nishkam karma, moksha and param prema is the same thing. There is no thought at all. But thought of this thought of psychological dependence on raw surface. The dependence is totally on Lord, and you yourself become Lord. So there is no aproksha anubhuti. That param prem is aproksha anubhuti, that I am one with it. And till we do not get, we should try for it. So functional thoughts are there, but psychological dependence is not there. I hope it is clear to you now, Gita ji.
Rita ji says, thank you, Gargi ji.
Most welcome, most welcome. I don't know, I'm not seeing that question thing here. I'm not able to see.
It's on that this control panel on the right hand side under dashboard polls, or you can click on the this attendees. You know that question mark is there side of the attendees list.
Yeah.
There also, if you click
Okay.
the pin, then will come this.
Right.
You can try.
Right. I found it.
Yeah.
So is there any other written question?
I don't think there is. That's true. That was all. Yeah, there is one question again from Vijayalakshmi Bangeda. Form remains, it never gets wiped. It never gets wiped out. Isn't it an illusion to worship some form?
It was not audible enough, the last line. Can you repeat, please?
Isn't it an illusion to worship some form?
Okay.
Because according to her, form remains and it never gets wiped out. So, and as you said that ultimate is the formless, then isn't it an illusion to worship some form? That's what our question is.
Okay. See, Vijayalakshmi ji, according to my understanding, as much I have read, you have to begin your journey with some form. As it was asked from Maharshi that does God have form? He said, do you have form? So the man said, yes, I have form. So then he said, when you have form, God also has form. So unless until we think ourselves as body, we must worship some form. And that form is never an illusion. See, it's like the picture of your father. The picture of your father is never an illusion. It is actual father. It was your father. Or it is your father. The picture of my father is my father. So the picture of Lord is Lord itself. As you read Gospel of Ramakrishna Paramhans, the mother was very much present. You know, even the same question asked by Vivekananda, which we have asked. Once Thakur said to Vivekananda, I can show you Krishna inside your heart. So Vivekananda said, I don't believe on this illusion. This is all your hallucination. They're not there. So Ramakrishna got very disturbed and he went to mother and asked, Mother, is that all illusion? Mother said, no, they all are real. So think in that way, a rich man, when we have 3/4 pair of clothes, a rich man can have 1,000 pair of clothes. So all the forms are reality. But eventually when you reach to Parampara, you see form also. But you know that form sucks you and you know that the essence is without form also. So forms are very much reality. It's not illusion. forms, that Supreme Lord, being very rich, can wear 1,000 kind of clothes. So Kurma, Varaha, or Shukar, or these all are the avatars are reality. Those forms are very much real. They are not illusion, and they are helpful to gain that understanding that everything is self. It's not illusion.
There's a question from Ila Rathi.
Yes, yes, Ila.
Can you
read it?
Okay, I'll read it.
Unmute. Can I unmute the mic?
Yeah, she can. If she's on mic, it is very good. Ask.
Hello, Ila. Ila, can you hear me? Hello,
I think
Ila.
she doesn't have mic. Anyway, I'll read the question.
Okay.
What is the nature of love towards God? What attitude should devotee keep towards God?
Yes, it's a very nice question. See, Thakur, as our Thakur, has said that devotee must have some attitude towards Lord, depending how he or she takes the Lord. Without, as in relationship, we have mother, father, daughter, or husband. We must have that attitude towards Lord also, depending which relationship suits to you more. If I think he is my master and I'm her servant, or he is my father, I am her daughter. So in this relationship, what happens? Because we are used to of relationship, our day-to-day life is used to of dealing in relationship. If we have that kind of attitude towards Lord, that he is master and servant, or there are his father, his mother, there are so many 9 forms of attitude are there you can have for Lord, but have some relationship with Lord. That is my brother, or he or she, whoever. It's mother, or father. Have that attitude towards and worship, because we are used to a relationship. So love will grow. You will start, if you think that he's my friend, the Lord is my friend, you will start talking to him. And what happens as your relationship grows? He also responds as a friend. Whenever you are in crisis, you talk to him and say that you tell him, and the answer comes. That is surprising thing. See, that is mystical. If you start having that relationship with Lord, of talking, then when you need, the answer comes. When you are in some risk, you take some risk, and he is there to support you. You will find that is the mystical part of it, but it happens. It's very hard to put it in words. But that power, if you take shelter, it helps. It definitely helps you in whatever attitude you know, as a friend, as a master. And as it grows, you can test your love by putting yourself in risk. And you will see that power protects you, that power helps you. It's very much alive. That presence is very much alive. But you have to develop that kind of relationship. And it can be developed. You will be able to develop. I have true faith on that. Thank you, Ila.
So there is one just thank to Bhargiji from Vijayalakshmi Bangera, and thanks from Ila Rathi.
Most welcome, most welcome. Most welcome. Is there any other question, Vikaji?
No, now I don't see any other questions.
Okay. Fine. So I'm very happy to take this webinar, and I'm feeling quite blessed talking about Lord. Thank you everyone who attended it. Thank you, Vikaji. And I thank Powai Forum also. So, Purnamadaha Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnamevavashishyate. Shanti Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Hari Om.
Thank you, Bhargiji. It was really enlightening and it was really good. We enjoyed. We hope to see you again in this webinar sessions. Thank you. Good night.
God wishes it and Hari Om.
Hari Om.